And I think that's the key to really good acting in film is that it's relaxation. And coming from the theater, it was where everything is a little bigger. Um, Learning, just by doing it over and over again to just bring it down to this wonderful thing that Robert De Niro always says, where you're on camera and you're not acting, it's about behavior, you're being,
Right.
and that's been fun to still do that and go on film sets and learn all about that process. So yeah, that's again, it's just been a fun journey to do that as an actor.
I was just going to ask you because when you're in theater, you have to have very sort of grandiose facial expressions and gestures because the people in the back can't necessarily see you. So that that transition to film, did you have to really? Was that a difficult transition where you had to kind of reel it in and really learn how to be in front of the camera versus in front of a live audience?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, the nice thing about a lot of the theater I did, it was in a lot of like off Broadway or off Broadway, like black box. So, not in 2,000 seat theaters, but still there was that adjustment. Just because, yeah, in general, like when you're doing a play, especially if you're doing some like broad comedy, uh, bringing that down to fit in that small little frame where you know that was an adjustment in the beginning, but thankfully I had very patient directors, and I learned just from watching other actors, whether it was actors I worked with, or I think some of the best education that I've ever received as an actor is, going to the theater, going to the movies, watching a lot of movies. One of the things that I used to do when I was in high school, I would go to the local video store and I would pick an actor and I would rent a stack of their movies. Like if I was going to watch the movies of Paul Newman, I would get a stack of like 5 or 6 Paul Newman movies, and I would watch them in the order that he made them and watch the development of the actor. And it's interesting because Paul Newman from 1958 is different than Paul Newman from 1982. And he himself, like, he had said that, in the beginning of his career, he felt that he was acting too much. And if you watch, the more you do it, the more relaxed you become, the more comfortable, and the more you don't even think about the camera.